Now on 4, because he's a Space Cadet.
Greetings, Earthlings. Do not be alarmed. Do not adjust your sets. Patiently, you have looked to the skies, and now we are here. You're receiving Space Cadets, the intergalactic quiz show that advises you to stay in your homes and join us on our 10-week mission to seek out new laughs, to push back the frontiers of trivia, and check out some huge stars along the way. Tonight, the two factions battling it out for title of science fiction trivia lords are the Meteors and the Comets. Spearheading the Meteors, a man who is a published poet. His books can be found in bargain buckets throughout the cosmos. Mr. Craig Charles. Joining Craig, an expert whose vast encyclopedic knowledge of all things science fiction could be the decisive factor between the two teams. And as a bonus, we can focus on his facial hair and hammer him with Chewbacca jokes. Mr. Kim Newman. And anchoring the Meteors, an individual who possesses all the beauty of a lunar eclipse. He casts a massive shadow. Ford Kiernan, ladies and gentlemen. Providing hostile forces on the scanner are the Comets, led by a man who on Friday and Saturday night bears an uncanny resemblance to a Dalek. He can't get up his stairs. Bill Bailey. Yes, Bill Bailey and his Comets. I must admit I quake at the thought of introducing our next guest. What does one say? Truly, one of the greatest ever sci-fi icons whose galactic adventures have wowed generations and whose inspired performances aboard a certain ship are forever etched in the memories of millions of devoted fans. Ladies and gentlemen, Hattie Hayridge. And finally, a Canadian actor looking for his first big break, Mr. William Shatner.
Thank you. This is one of the biggest moments of my life. Big break. A show filmed on Channel 4 in Scotland. I really hope that this will do something that has never been done before.
Yes. It's time. I'm working with Captain Kirk. Let's move swiftly forward, probing where only we have gone before. The future is unwritten, as Arthur C. Clarke put it. Or was that Dusty Springfield? Anyway, each side must carefully monitor a science fiction clip. Suddenly, like some great intergalactic division of Iceland, we'll freeze the action. And our battlers have to fathom how events will proceed. Comets.
Unfortunately, I cannot permit you to return to Earth with it.
Nice.
Maybe I have something to say about that?
Yeah. Didn't quite get his gun out in time there.
Oh, he got it out.
Yeah.
That was filmed in Tombstone. That's their tombstone. There's two guys standing like this on a tombstone.
What, one sitting down with a bathing cap on?
He's waiting for the shower to come on, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where is that from?
He pulls it out and says, "Look out, he's got a shooter!" They all hit the deck like that.
All right, what happened
And he
next?
doesn't get that mortgage, does he?
No.
What happened next? He shot.
They all get eaten by a massive lizard.
Massive lizard.
He's probably right.
We're going with the massive lizard answer,
Yep.
are we?
Yeah.
All righty, let's see what really happened.
Where's the massive lizard?
It's coming through that door.
Where is it?
There it is.
Oh, that's a lizard.
Yeah. Or a magnet. The magnet.
The magnet lizard.
I guess we couldn't see the massive lizard operating the magnet
it's a
behind the
very-
wall.
It's a very attractive lizard.
He didn't say massive, he said magnet lizard.
Magnet.
That was it.
Magnetic. It's an
Magnet
attractive
lizard, he
lizard.
said.
You know what? I like you. I'm going to award you points. Jabba Nobata. Jabba Wanka. Okay, Meteors. Let's look at your clip.
He never said that.
Saying, Captain Brown, I have no worry while your organization is looking after me. Captain Brown? Captain Brown, are you all right?
I've actually
What happened next?
I've actually seen this one. The guy down at desk says, you know, something, for a while I've been thinking there's something strange about you, and now I've worked it out. You've got this string growing out the back of your head.
He says, Captain Brown, is there anything wrong? And he said, no. It's just that my leg's fallen off and rolled under your desk.
Kim?
Well, who could forget the first exploding human being on children's television?
It's not a human being.
Oh, it's a puppet.
You think he actually explodes?
Exploding head.
All right, let's have a peep.
Captain Brown? Captain Brown, are you all right?
Oh, here we go.
Come on. See that? Smoking kills. Did you never have a life at all?
I was sure that I saw a lizard in the back.
Yeah, it was a big
Kim, you're a genius. You absolutely guessed it. Wow. And you know those actors are made from the same material Kevin Costner is. How?
It's Al.
Like I care. To those of you at home, Al is our scorekeeper. He contains neural networks capable of super processing 6 million gigabytes of information. Whatever that means.
It means I know more than you, Greg.
Yeah. But I know where your plug is. You seem a little nervous tonight.
I am, Greg. William Shatner's on our ship.
Don't worry, Hal. You're not Nomad. Can I have this? Can I have the
Or
scores?
is that where Nomad has gone before?
Don't make me use the pain stick. You'll be on the punishment deck in a New York second. Can we have the scores, Hal, my darling?
Meteors 9, Comets 10.
We're just wondering how you ended up 1 point ahead of us.
Because we had an attractive lizard.
Oh, I think you'll find time to even things out. Great. Smashing. Super. Nova. Now, it's photon photos. What rational explanations can you give for these? Fingers on phasers. Both teams. Here we go. Bill.
That's Michael Jackson with kid gloves.
For that video on
I want you to meet me on the taste deck.
I don't want that pain stick.
How about a Saudi Arabian shoplifter wins his appeal? King Midas stupidly rubs his hands.
Yes, Kim Newman.
Oh, God. Is Peter Lorre in Mad Love?
Yes, it is. Woo! Oh, yeah. Let's have a look.
Oh no, this one.
Bill Bailey.
Attack of the Massive Cat.
New ad for Whiskas.
Yeah.
Hayridge.
9 out of 10 cats would rather eat their owners.
The guy's actually saying, honey, have you got a receipt for this thing?
Hattie, did you have an answer, my darling?
Let's hope he doesn't bring up a fur ball. That's what...
Kim, I'm going to go to you because you seem like the only sentient being we have on the show tonight.
Okay, right. It is the Incredible Shrinking Man.
That is correct.
Oh, that went round. He was so close.
And evidently the incredibly enormous growing cat. Let's look at another one. Mr. Shatner.
They've just seen the new ad for the Wonder Bra.
It's actually ravers denying any link with drugs, you know?
Pamela Anderson finally loses battle with bikini fastener.
It's the Bee Gees photo, isn't it? Just before they got their wigs on.
Yeah, that's the stage before the voice comes.
I think it's
That's
monks
why they got the voice.
They stole their eyelids and now they want them back.
I think it's monks whose pants are too tight. Kim, I'm going to you again.
Oh, it's killers from outer space.
How do you know these things?
Have you noticed, every time you get an answer right, Bill Shatner gets a point.
You can't win.
Let's look, we have one more photo.
It's a university challenge. It's kind of like Gabor, Hollywood.
It's at this point in the show that we traditionally turn to the one person who seems to have some science fiction knowledge. Hattie.
Yes. Is it, Russ Mayer, the ones that failed the auditions?
I loved that answer.
But it's not right, is it?
But I'm going to give it to you anyway, because I don't want to hear Kim get it right again. Well, that's the end of that. Hal.
It's Al, Greg.
Whatever. What are the scores?
Meteors, 21. Comets, 14.
All right.
So, Bill, you paid me to go down in the 5th.
It's the break now, but before we go, here's a teaser. Which film heralded the long-awaited coupling of Ice-T and Malcolm McDowell? We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You didn't miss a thing. Well, only a couple of fantastic Star Trek stories from Bill here, and they were really something.
And another one.
Yeah. You're a Star Trek fan. Wow, you didn't want to miss those. Anyway, I digress. From our prime direction, the bestowment of pleasure from matters trivial through inquisitions of a scientific nature. Before the break, I asked you which film heralded the long-awaited coupling of Ice-T and Malcolm McDowell. Let's find out what the teams think. Any ideas?
Well, one's a rap star and one's a crap star, but I've got no idea.
Anybody?
Well, yeah, it was Tank Girl.
Well, right on, Kim.
Some jokes before we get the answer right. Come on with a couple more gags.
Well, you certainly don't want to let the other team get any jokes in. You've accomplished that mission, Kim.
Tank Girl.
Well, this is the part of our half-hour mission where we encounter space oddities. Each crew will put forth 3 explanations as to where a space oddity hails from. Only one is factually correct. Meteors. I'm going to give you your item. Kim, and we expect you to know this.
It's very delicate. It's a collector's item. It's a prototype form of puppet controller designed by Jerry Anderson, creator of Super Marionation, which of course used in Supercar, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, all that kind of stuff. See, we can actually make this work. This was apparently never actually used, and thanks to the Museum of the Moving Image for lending it to me for tonight. Jerry Anderson's prototype puppet controller.
Marvelous.
Captain Charles, will you proffer an explanation?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
It's a sculpture.
Is it?
It's a beautiful sculpture from a thing called the Martian Chronicles. When Rock Hudson rove over there, they gave him this. But when all the Martians died of chickenpox and smallpox, because the Earthlings had brought them over, he smashed it up in a fit of pique and shame. So this is the sculpture pre-smashed from the Martian Chronicles.
All right.
That's 100% true to that. All right.
I'm not the one you have to convince. I'm most high. Ensign Kiernan.
There can be few baddies more terrifying than Sir Velen from Blake 7. Now, her character was sinister, but her dress sense was very, very evil. That's the sort of thing. And she had electric blue eyeshadow, which, when she wore it, I mean, could shrink a man and make him into a gibbering wreck. wee bit like Carol Smiley, roughly that kind of thing. But what it is it's a brooch that she wore, and when she wore it, she was really, 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 really bad, and it was a bad thing when she had this on. So there you are, it's a brooch worn by Sir Velen in Blake 7. That's what it is.
All right, comments. Ford says it's Sir Velen's brooch from Blake 7. Craig says it's from the Martian Chronicles, that it's a sculpture. And Kim, who knows everything, says it's Jerry Anderson's prototype puppet controller. Which one do you think it is?
Well, I say the puppet controller. It doesn't work, you see, because it's all...
Yeah. Oh, you could say brooch.
Can you move it about? Can you demonstrate it?
You see, if you use it as a puppet controller, you go like that when you...
What do you think, then?
Can we have a decision, please?
I think we got to go with Kim.
Okay, then, right. Yeah,
so you think it's a prototype puppet controller from Jerry Anderson? Oh, how very wrong you are. It's Ford Kiernan's answer. Sir Velen's brooch from Blake 7.
Didn't I try and tell you? Didn't I tell you what it was?
I said it was a brooch.
Why didn't you follow your instinct?
I said it was a brooch.
I know.
That's got him into a lot of trouble before, though. He shouldn't do that.
But the captain, mate, put your foot down.
Yeah, no, I put my foot down and went right through the floor.
I was talking to Bill Bailey.
No,
oh, you're talking to Bill Bailey?
Yes, he's the captain here,
He
Bill.
put his foot down right on my leg.
And now the comets spread light on their space oddity. Here we go. Mr. Bill?
Oh. Yes, we practice safe sex on those planets.
Yeah, with many people.
Really. I'll tell you, I didn't know that they had any of these left. This was used on a segment of Star Trek.
Sorry, which show?
Segment.
Yeah.
And we used it as a commando helmet, and we cut holes in it. For me, we cut holes in the eyes for me, and we cut holes in the ears for... and we cut a mouth for she had a big mouth. And then we just left it blank for Scotty, because we didn't want to see him there. And it was... it was just... then when he took it off, we saw him! And it was on this segment, No Man is Onto Himself.
All right.
Is that what?
Plausible. Captain.
And feasible.
And other words that end with bull that I don't know. Captain Bailey.
Is it my go?
It's your turn. Let it rock.
Well, this is a helmet, but it's a very special helmet. It's actually made entirely from electricity. And it featured in the film, 1956 film, Earth versus the Flying Saucers. And it allows the wearer, like that. If I put it on, I'm then able to detect the thoughts of others, right? So I put it on like that, and I look at you like that, and I'm getting... I could be at a pub round the corner, there's a Star Trek quiz, I'll be making a fortune. What do you think of that?
Well, it's not that, is it?
What is it?
It's obviously yo-ho, ho, ho.
Get a doctor, quick.
Where's the...
Hattie's gone pirate.
It was obviously what the last person said who used this. And, of course, it was Father Christmas's little sack in Santa Claus when he gave out all the lovely toys to the boys and girls on weird things on Mars. And he gave them all their toys out at Christmas out of this.
Yeah.
And it's from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Excellent. Hattie says it's the Santa sack from Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Bill says it's a helmet fashioned completely from solidified electricity. And Mr. Shatner says it's from Star Trek. It's a mask.
I've actually seen the movie, so I actually know the answer. And it's actually a helmet made of solidified electricity. So there.
Wow.
Okay, to tell you.
All right. That's why you're the captain. You got it all.
I was going to go for the Star Trek answer.
Were you really, Kim?
Yeah.
Change it. Shut up.
No,
Change it.
Well, he may be wrong. He's been wrong before.
That's right.
I've been wrong before.
And Ford's been right. So we're going with which answer, Craig?
We're going with the film.
He's the captain. He's the captain. He has the answer.
All right. Wow. Enough tussling. Let's have a look and see if you're right.
Oh!
Yes. It is a helmet fashioned completely from solidified electricity from the movie Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Hal!
It's Al, Greg.
Yeah, whatever. Are you still seeing that pod?
No, she dumped me for a probe.
Scores, please.
Meteors 24, comets 14.
Whoa, the Meteors.
We need a strong finish, I think.
Our shields are down, our phaser banks depleted, and Scotty's having a coronary about his dilithium crystals. But before I take it to the bridge, Mazio, one time, ow, hit me. We need... Can you take me to the bridge? We need to declare a victor. So fingers on zappers, Star Troopers, for a final all-comers trivia scan. You may beam when ready. What sex was celebrated Star Trek writer D.C. Fontana? William Shatner.
Ouch. Ouch. That's an answer.
No. Middlesex.
That's a good answer. But to know her is to love her.
All right, we have a sheet. In Star Trek Voyager, what's Lana Torres' genetic makeup?
Max Factor.
Not generic, genetic.
Half woman, half monster. I don't know.
Anybody?
60% Klingon, 40% plumber.
Father was human, mother was Klingon. In which Star Trek episode do Kirk and Spock fight a duel to the death? Ford.
The Wrath of Too Many Cans.
Because I never lost a fight.
Kim.
It was a mock time.
A mock time, Dylan. Wow. Well, who created Superman?
My mother and father.
I'm going to let that one slide right by. What monster flattens Copenhagen in the 1962 year?
Reptilicus.
Wow. Jumping in.
There's the reptile.
There's that giant lizard we spoke of. Who starred in The Swarm?
Loads of Killer Bees and Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Which Star Trek cast member battled killer rabbits in the movie Night of the Lepus? Bill Bailey.
The one in the rabbit suit. DeForest Kelly.
DeForest Kelly, that's absolutely correct.
He never told me that.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that brings us to the end of that scan. Hal.
Yes, Greg.
What are the final scores?
The final scores are Meteors 29.
Yeah, never mind the final scores. William Shatner's team wins. I respect you Meteors, but I've got a ship to run. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's Nebular program, the only show you can see from Earth with the naked eye. Thanks to our teams, the Meteors, Craig Charles, Ford Kiernan, and Kim Newman, and to the Comets, Hattie, Hayridge, Bill Bailey, and William Shatner. I've been your most Greg Proops. Peace out.
Next Wednesday, those Space Cadets teleport in at the earlier time of 10 past 10 ahead of a new series of Babylon 5.